You want to do the intro? Smash the intro again?
Hello guys, HazzaJC with Cairo here from Rangers, the best club in the world. So
He's gonna absolutely hate you for that. But yes, everyone, welcome. I am here with Mr. Bald from the EMEA vlog, also known as BBL Profek. We're in his villa, his mansion, and he's given us some of his very precious time during playoffs to talk about his career so far. How's life been for you in Berlin?
I mean, it's decent, could be better, but it's Berlin. I think everyone knows how it is in Berlin, so yeah.
I wanted to say, we're here in your room and there are quite a few capybaras dotted around, like off camera. You've got a mat, you've got a plush. I want to know the lore. We'll start from the beginning in terms of like you as a player and what makes the character of Profek. As the BBL community have very quickly like become a big fan of you. What's the capybara about?
I mean, it's basically no meaning. I just like capybaras, They're just stupid animal and they're just funny. Honestly, the way how they swim and stuff is just funny.
You feel like does that connect to you as a person?
No, because I'm like Albert Einstein. I'm just more smarter.
Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Moving swiftly onwards, your name as well, Profek, just to work out, where did that come from?
Okay, so basically when I was little, my father was also a gamer and his name was like Professor,
Oh.
So then I was like the little professor, but when I was like 14 it was cringe. So I just needed to swap and then like Profek come. So that's the full story.
So you are the little professor then, and that's the name.
Just Profek.
Just Profek, just Profek. Okay. Well, Profek is now part of the BBL project, of course. We mentioned it a couple of times already. It was something that was built during the off-season to go international from your career so far. What is it that pulled you in? What made you want to play for this team? I know that obviously the offer to play in Tier 1 is one thing, but what was it about this that felt like the right choice for you?
I mean, so technically at this point I got rejected by 2 teams. I mean, I would say it was kind of unlucky, the one team. The second team was just, they took better player. And I had like 2 options. And when I heard about like the option BBL are going international, and I heard also like the Yampi will be involved. I mean, I'm thinking, it will be good step for me because I have like the experienced guy who made like champions, masters. It's like no way something can go wrong with him. And also like I just felt his personality is good for the team. So yeah, that's how it started basically. Okay.
So you put a lot of trust straight into him then, that's what sold you.
Yeah. I think if Yampi wouldn't be here, I would consider this, like much more. But when I had the Yampi in, I just said.
Okay. I mean, he does bring a lot of energy to the team, the vibes, the atmosphere. In terms of right now, it's the first stage of play. You've had kickoff already under your belt. You made a deep run in that. I think a lot of people were surprised to see how good you guys looked coming out of the off-season as well. How do the vibes feel like in the team right now? What's the team atmosphere in general for you? Would you say that it's better than then? Have you, grown more as a group or?
No, I think technically like we had always really good vibes, in the team. So it was never a problem for us. I think the problem in kickoff was for us that like we didn't know with who we play actually, and like the building system around like 5 players got delayed technically because we didn't know if Egor would get visa at his time. So, the kickoff ended. Then stage 1, we have no clue with who we're gonna play. And I think it was 1 week before stage 1 started, like we said, okay, we need to take MAGNUM. I mean, it sounds weird, but like we just need it, because Egor didn't get visa. Chua, so yeah.
And do you feel the impact of him as well coming in as someone else who's been to, international events, global events?
Yeah, I mean, he was IGL in Karma Corp and he made Masters, So after kickoff, he won 3 games, but we don't speak about that. No, but like...
you just write him out there.
No, but like on the serious note, I think MAGNUM have like really huge impact on the team and basically to help also Elias how to, IGL better. I mean, not IGL better, but like with the ideas and stuff, So, I mean, Chua and MAGNUM are just 2 different players, so it was basically we needed to start again to build everything.
And I feel like MAGNUM as well has always been a player who's been a bit of a jokester, right? Like always cracking jokes and stuff. the light-hearted one in the group. But then you kind of already had a bit of notoriety in that sense for that with maybe former teams or, even this roster thinking back. And I have to say, I saw a lot of people in the comments to like the BBL vlogs were saying, oh, I thought Profek was quiet, but actually you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just myself, I think I need to spend more time with the people to get literally comfortable and start doing like these jokes, and I think that's what happened because basically in kickoff, like we just know each other for 2 months, so it was like nothing. But after 4 or 5, I mean, I just started being Profek,
Okay, yeah, no, I like that as well because you said to me before we came here that you thought that it's such a big difference between playing in Tier 2 to then playing in Tier 1 and being in a completely different country at the same time, living here. How much has that team culture helped you to find your feet?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm living here like 5 months, and the most important part in Tier 1 is just people around you, and team environment. Like, you can have like 5 aspas in the team, but if you don't like someone, it's just GG, I think the most important part is just team culture, team environment, and for me that's on top. Because like it's super easy, to live in Berlin when you have friends, when you can just go out with them, like just enjoying your time,
Yeah.
If you wouldn't enjoy, I think that's problems are starting also in the game.
No, of course, and I think the stuff you've mentioned there as well. That is built through the system that you have.
Yeah.
I know you're going on a lot of early walks, like the 9 a.m. walk. Is it like
No, it's 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
But I'm starting my day from 9 a.m. because I just need to play some rankeds before, because I don't like to play in evening, honestly, because my eyes hurts when I play in evening.
Yeah.
So basically my routine is just going morning, play, then practice, and then just walk and go sleep.
Yeah. Is that routine really important to you as well in terms of performing?
Yeah. In Go Next, I had also like the same routine. So I was waking up 9, playing 3 ranks, practice, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, ranked is important as a player, right? To make sure that you keep those reps up. Would you say you value it more than perhaps other people at this level or not?
I think every player is different. And for example, Derke, he's not big grinder, but he's always delivering, So I think it's really depending on the player. Like for me, that's working, but for some other people, like some other people needs to play more, for example, or less. It's just super depending, I would say, on the person.
Yeah. Do you think there's any extra pressure on you coming in with it being your debut year? You've seen a lot of players come up from challenges and struggle.
No, I think, it's literally no pressure for us. I mean, right now, because we are just winning. But like before, of course, it's pressure, You are joining into one of the biggest the biggest Turkish org. So basically, the biggest fan base. And obviously, if you're gonna do shit, you will just get hate, So, I mean, that's also what happened in some games when we lost, like some players got hate. But I think it's normal, in sport and also esports, that if you are losing, that things happen. So after, this happened, we started to winning all games and we are on 4th streak because we had enough of hate, guys.
Yeah, keep hating, guys.
Yeah.
You're just fueling it. As you know, you made a role change in your career at one point to move on to Smokes.
Yeah.
How did that conversation go when, I think it was Scott still at the time working with you, suggested the Clove on Icebox? Because it didn't really work out, but there was thought behind it. That was for you to get aggressive, show us that side of your game.
Yeah.
Talk me through it.
So basically, when I see Clove, I'm just thinking, okay, so I'm playing, I'm cooking. And let's say, I think we are practicing like 5 days or 6 this comp. And bro, I was smurfing, like actually, I was dropping 30s, every scrim, like literally every scrim possible. And then we are going to KC and I feel like super confident, Also my parents were on the stage watching. And I'm just feeling, okay, I'm just gonna dominate them. And I'm going into the game, and it's like 3-7, clicking tap again, 3-12, I need to kill someone. Then clicking tap again, 3-16, and 1 run to go. And I think, okay, I just need to get 1. And I finished 3-18, so.
The thing is, I didn't even have the scoreboard up. I was just talking about like in general and how that went. So bit of a self-report, but at the same time, I think it is quite funny. You just got to unbound Unbind the tab key, bro. You just
Yeah,
gotta be
I
checking
think so.
during the game.
When I play Clove, I think I just need to unbind.
But for you as a smokes player as well, as someone who's moved into a team that likes to utilize the Astra too,
Yeah.
would you say that it's easier for you to have less focus on that kind of micro if you are just playing like a Brim or an Omen?
No, I think it's just depending on the team, honestly. Because in Go Next, my role was just to put smokes and just shoot people. You know, here it's just different. You know, like we have different system. Also, you know, I need to shoot people, but it's just more, let's say, when I'm playing Astra, like utility users and just don't die, you know. And yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to adapt. And I mean, I adapted, you know, but it's just more or less sometimes I'm just playing for team. I don't need to be star player. I mean, I was saying this for a long time. Even in Go Next, I was saying, like, I just don't want to be a star player. I just want to do my job, and that's it.
And do it well, right? And
Yeah,
push up the
yeah.
rest of your team.
Yeah.
I talked to Zeke recently,
Yeah.
back in Challengers NE as it now is, as the mergers come through. And he was sort of saying that Go Next team, for a lot of people in the roster, kind of built them to be the players that they are right now. You look at Mini making the jump up as well, yourself. You changed kind of the smokes from when we had the chamber meta before, and just little things like that. How would you say, that sort of shaped your experience and being here?
I mean, technically, like the Go Next roster built me as a player because, like, we spent 1 year together or almost more. I don't remember, and you know, I was just playing 3 months in Diamond Esports, and I'm going to play with world champions. So it was like, obviously, I need to learn from him to become better player. I mean, we also have a lot of roster changes because from the day when we signed, like, it was Chadi, Zeke, and Shaq, me and Mini, I think so, something like that. And like, we knew, me, Zeke, that we're not gonna win, you know, with this roster. And like, our goal was always to win. I think Zeke is the person who always wants to win, you know, like literally always. So we did some roster changes. Then we take Alexik, Bult, and we started gaming.
Yeah.
And the work started. And I think
good.
the reason why I'm here is literally because of the Go Next roster. And I'm super upset that we didn't win Ascension because, I don't know. I mean, it still hurts, you know, because it was like so easy to win, like actually so easy. And we just troll. So,
Well,
nothing to say, you know?
Exactly. And I think as well, even to the year before then, to go back, I mean, I already mentioned the role change a little bit. You came in to that Diamant side and completely changed their prospects of qualifying potentially towards the end, but you didn't feel like you had enough time there. I think Paco said that a lot, that if you had one more stage, maybe one more split, that things could have looked different.
Yeah.
In terms of, like heading into that team and in general, your thoughts coming out of Challengers into VCT as one of the rookies this year, where's your head at with that?
Always when you hard work, like things will come naturally, you know. It's like I'm not thinking what's gonna happen. I just believe what we are doing, what even in the past teams, what we were doing. I was just always believing no matter what. And I think that's my, let's say, motto, you know, to just believe. Because in the moment, if someone gonna stop believing, it's just over.
You spent too much time with Pal because the belief is everything tweets that he posts every time, the quote. I saw that you guys were like taking them from him and then posting the exact same one yourself.
But also like the Paco, you know, like the coach of Diamond was saying literally this.
Thoughts on the current meta? I know a lot of people have been very vocal about Teho. We know that he's going to be getting a nerf. I think your team actually are one of the teams that have played some of the best Teho, and you've got Sociable as well now, who's kind of taken that role to his own. He's been able to play kind of whatever you want, but are you going to be sad seeing that change?
So I think it's basically the worst meta for Sentinels and Smokes players, because you just anchor the side and boom, Bridge stun, Teo rockets, Teo stun. Basically you cannot play side, you know? Like literally it's so fucking hard, and I don't like this meta, because you cannot show your like real skill, you know, by unhorring the side, because it's just impossible, you know.
In some ways then, are you also a fan of the Vice changes or not? At least because she had a lot of sustain. Did you think that was too overpowered with the Thorns or not?
No, I think Vice is just balance agent, I would say. I think you just need to know and understand how to play against this, and you can counter this. But for example, Teho rockets, it's no counter, you know, you just need to play offside. So, yeah.
First ever playoff stage for BBL. How much does it mean to you as a player to be able to deliver that to them? And looking to a potential Masters qualification, I don't want to say it too loudly.
Yeah. You know, it means a lot for me because a lot of, I would say, coaches were doubting me in tryouts. And when I see myself above them, it's just the best feeling. You know, like honestly, one of the best feelings. And I'm also super happy for BBL fans because they fucking deserve it. And for years they didn't play in playoffs, so they should be super happy. And let's hope we're gonna make it Toronto.
You experienced that firsthand as well when you went to Istanbul. Do you really feel the difference of having the fans there? Because
I mean,
a couple of games you did not have any fans.
Yeah, I mean, Istanbul compared to VCT is just huge difference. In Istanbul you had like a lot of fans, like a lot, and here is just maybe 100, maybe 50.
Yeah.
So.
In terms of that giving you motivation as well, do you really feel that as a player?
No. I mean, when I'm playing on the stage, you know, I just look my monitor and I don't care. Because if I would take the energy from crowd, you know, it's gonna be good for 2 runs, we're gonna start losing and crowd is silent, and I'm just not trying to get like, let's say, involved into this, and I'm just focusing on the screen, and that's it.
Yeah. I know a lot of players say sometimes that they try and visualize that everything is like dark space around it so that you just look at the game. Are you like that too? Or
No.
Really?
So I can look wherever I want, but I just have like the technique, let's say, to refocus, you know, because if you look, I don't know, the screen you have here, and then you look for the crowd, then your focus level is not the same, you know. So basically, I just have the technique to refocus, and that's it.
Something in terms of refocusing and making sure that you are drilled in those difficult situations would be the timeouts. You've got some very capable coaching staff with you here in PAL and MAGNUM, and I want to know what it's been like working with them as well. And yeah, what kind of things they're talking about when you go into some of these crazy situations, like the 48 rounds on Ascent, for example. How do you find a way to get that last couple of rounds that you need?
Honestly, I don't remember much from the foot game because, trust me, it was just a roller coaster of emotions, you know, because we were throwing runs, they were throwing runs, but about the coaching stuff, I mean, they are doing what they need to, like, and honestly, they know what to do. And like, as we can see, we won 10 maps right now, and we didn't drop once. Oh no, we are 8-0.
I think it's 8. It's 8, yeah.
We are 8-0. So basically after the loss, we are 8-0. So, I mean, they know what are they doing. So I'm happy with that. Like, actually, I'm happy.
This video is coming out after playoffs as well.
Yeah.
So right now, actually, you know what? Screw it. Give us a prediction. What do you envision the rest of the bracket going? And for context, I'm pretty sure Foot versus Vitality is being played right now.
Yeah.
I've just come off the cast of KC versus Na'Vi. Na'Vi have moved forward. KC are out. What's going to happen?
Honestly,
rub the magic bald head.
Yeah. What's gonna happen? Okay, what's gonna happen? BBL winning against Heretics. I mean, honestly, I think we have like pretty big chance. You know, like literally we are going into the game without any emotions. If we lose, it's fine. I mean, they are Heretics, but if they lose, holy fuck.
Okay.
So it's just let's see who is better. Let's see if our hard work will work. But I genuinely think it's gonna be good game, and we have a really big in good shape.
Okay, so you and Liquid in Toronto then. Who's the third team?
I would say it's either Na'Vi or Fnatic. I don't see...
Your boy Kayak from Incognito?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see honestly Vitality and Foot being that strong how people think. I think Vitality roster is big disappointed. After they kick tracks, I mean, they just don't look like Vitality. I mean, we don't know what is going on. We just watch them how they play, but it's just not looking the best. So that's why my prediction is they will not make it. Okay. But maybe they will run Paper X run, you know, in lower bracket and they will qualify. Yeah. Who knows? But it's just my prediction. So BBL, Liquid. Oh, Heretics! I forgot about Heretics. Yeah, and Heretics. Okay.
Okay, you have to get rid of one then. So BBL, Liquid, and Heretics.
Heretics.
Okay, yeah, that's quite a popular selection of
Yeah.
3 teams, to be fair. So then you mentioned a little bit about Pacific there, and I'm going to use that to ask my next question.
Yeah.
Are there any other leagues that you're watching right now, international or regional?
I'm watching every tier 2.
Tier 2?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are there any players you have your eyes on?
I mean,
you
the
think could
whole
be good?
enterprise roster is good, but like I think everyone knows this for the years. I mean, Alexik is popping off finally, so I'm happy for him. Also, I think Perti is good IGL, and the way how they play is just nice.
Yeah.
From the other regions, I mean, you have Pacific, so I mean, they're all incredible. So from France, it's Valiant and Carmine Corp was in the final, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
You've got
Valiant
knowledge,
smashed them.
bro. You've been watching.
Yeah,
Not enough
yeah,
people keep
I
up
mean-
with it.
I like, like watch
Yeah.
tier 2. It's sometimes much fun than tier 1 in some regions. And I think Vekash from Valiant is and Jadi.
That's some serious
Yeah.
Valorant knowledge there. I think Vikaj.
Yeah.
I've heard good things. I've heard
Yeah.
good things.
And he's dominating.
he is.
Yeah.
No,
so
he is.
Vekash, Jadi, and you have Spain and Koi won.
But then
you come
who wins Ascension?
Pacific.
Pacific. Yeah.
I think it's no other team who can beat them. Like literally.
Mm.
I think they are just level above. I think they are tier 1 level.
And have you spoken with them much at all, or not really?
No, not really. I mean, like the boys from the team are speaking with them, but me, I don't speak Turkish.
Yeah. Okay, true. Have you learned any?
Yeah, I learned, but just only bad words. So,
Okay, and
yeah.
and you're teaching bad words to the players here
Yeah.
as well.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fair trade.
Yeah.
All right. Closing thoughts then, as I've kept you for long enough. For those who haven't noticed, the camera's cut off like multiple times. This interview is like 3 or 4 different
Yeah, yeah.
interviews that we're recording. Do you have any final words for the BBL fans watching at home? Maybe like a fan cam request, or
Yeah.
pick a player and a song, or
Okay, no, that's the final sentence. Guys, if we make Toronto, it's for you, but if we don't make, it's Pal's fault. It's not our fault, it's Pal's fault. So hate Pal
Okay.
in the comments.
Fair enough. And the fan cam though, which song? I got to push you. A song and a player right now.
The song.
What are you listening to right now?
Let me check my Spotify.
Okay. Give us a Polish song, and then we can get an edit of you with the Polish
The
song.
Polish song?
Yeah.
Multisport.
Multisport. But who's it by?
Kaz Balagana, the Polish one.
Kaz
I will
Balagana.
send you a screenshot after.
Okay, very
It's
nice.
the Polish one. I don't listen UK drill. Only Pal TV is listening Central C, so I'm not.
He does not listen to Central C.
Actually, he's listening.
Oh man. You want to do the outro then? We just straight up do the
Yeah,
outro.
guys, thank you for watching. Follow my Twitter, ProfekVal. You can also follow HazzaJC, the best caster in EMEA, and also Valorant East League. No, what is that? And Polaris.
Northeast.
Northeast,
Northeast,
yeah. Northeast League. And yeah, fuck Cairo.
It's terrible.
my bad, I needed.
Thank you, man.